Legacy TV presents a new cyber talk show, Moxie, hosted by Malika Hadley-Friedberg. What's Moxie? A force of character, determination, or nerve. The ability to face difficulty with spirit and courage, with skill and with know-how. What's Moxie? The energy source we pull from to make the lives we dream about our reality. Moxie, Moxie, Moxie. They tell a story real. I am here with part of the cast of Studville TV. I am so excited that you are here. If you guys would introduce yourselves and the characters that you play.
I'm Tony Fields, and I play Channing.
I'm Alexis Elaine, and I play Morgan. So what's her name?
I'm Amir Jewel, and I play Alyssa.
Was it difficult for you to decide to be, like, regardless of what your lifestyle actually is, for you to be out to the World Wide Web? Was that, like, a difficult decision for you to make?
I don't think it was more difficult. A lot of us, it's their first time acting, but some of us have been acting for a while. So really, it's just becoming that character for the show. It's not necessarily coming out or staying in or covering it up or anything. It's more or less just portraying your character as best you can and trying to make sure that you get the point across in the stories that are being said. So okay. I don't think it's, yeah.
Is it the same for you too? It wasn't an issue?
Yes.
I thought about, like, how would family react seeing me out there like that and whatnot, but, hey, what you gonna do about it? You know, you're an actor, and I think about, like, how other actors, you know, they play gay roles and things of that sort, and, you know, it's just a part of the field, so.
Right.
Yeah.
What's really interesting is that the two femme characters did not have a lot to really think about, but you did have to think about it. And I think that that's what's unique about Studville TV. With the married couple, the issue with the femme not being sure if she was still gay. Did you guys have any thoughts on that? Like, did it just flow with the storyline to you? Did you have any opinions about the sexuality, ambiguity issue?
Well, go ahead.
I shared a lot of the same reactions that a lot of the fans shared, like becoming ungay or questioning if you're gay or not, because I am out to my family and friends, and I've known that I'm gay for a very long time, so it was never a question for me. So just to see someone just questioning if they were once gay and not gay anymore, is really weird. So yeah.
So for you, that was kind of
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, me too. First thing I thought was, like, why would she get married? You know, and that because if you were questioning it after marriage, you were questioning it before marriage, so you should have thought about it. So that's my only issue that I have with it.
Okay.
Well, I've gone back and forth thinking about that scene, and I was just kind of like, I can kind of side with her. There are situations and times where you wonder, you know, is this really for me? I can understand. I don't necessarily, you know, I don't necessarily agree with becoming ungay, because I feel like that's always going to be a part of you. But I have been in those moments where I'm just kind of like, so what do I do now? Like, what happens from here forward?
Do you feel like it's more likely for a femme to have that, or a stereotypical femme character, be it in real life or the character on the show? Do you think it's more likely for them to have a question as far as their sexuality than it is for a stud?
Good question.
I don't think so.
I think it would. I think it would be hidden more with a stud than it would be for a film. I think a film is more willing to, to voice it, and a stud, if it's there, yeah, then I think it would be more hidden. Stud.
Alright, so I'm from Detroit. Like, the main thing that I've noticed coming to Atlanta, like, a lot of studs have kids here. More than femmes. So,
yep.
I mean, with that said, like, I don't know, like, if it, that'll be more of a stud thing. I don't know. Like, I'm seeing new things every day down here, and I mean, the whole stud and film sexuality thing is not black and white like I thought it was. And, you know, I'm getting to really learn that. And I like the show for touching on a lot of those issues, those gray areas that we don't usually touch on.
Yeah, there were actually, that brings me to 2 issues, because what I thought was really interesting first was watching you all, because your relationship is falling apart, to say the least, okay? But the interesting thing, I thought it was a really beautiful scene, watching you two looking at, like, the different donors when you were showing her the website. Like, I thought it was really interesting, because in that moment, you guys came back together. And I thought that was such a beautiful scene, because like, one of the things I appreciate about the show is I don't think that there are stereotypical reactions. Because I expected her to have a problem with it. We're going to get into gender roles later, because I know that you always upset that she's not cleaning the house and cooking and all that other stuff. But I also understand that you pay the bills, but, you know, we're going to get back to that. I had a question for you as far as your character. The show is kind of also dealing with it from an angle of, like, mental illness is an issue. Like, she doesn't seem to just be that crazy chick. Like, yeah, she's that crazy chick, but I think that the scene with the wrist slit and that was really serious, and it was clearly not a game, etc. How did you prepare for that scene in particular? And how do you tap into the crazy?
Well, truly, when I have to be, like, over the top crazy, I kind of, like, go to a separate space. So, like, if everyone else is filming, I kind of, like, find my little quiet place, and I just kind of pull from different movies that I've seen, different friends that I've talked to when they were going through something, or even, like, emotions that I think I would feel if I really felt like something was trying to be torn from me. Mm-hmm. Which, in essence, I feel like that's how she feels every time that Riley wants to pull away. I feel like she feels like she's being ripped apart. And so I just kind of take that hurt, and it just kind of, like, I don't know.
How do you feel about the way that your character is kind of, like, spiraling?
It is realistic. This can't be the first Riley that she's ever dated that she just could not live without.
First, the gender roles. Do you feel that your character is so hell-bent on her cooking and cleaning because she's the femme, or because Channing is taking care of the bills?
I think Channing's issue is that, you know, she's not working, so her work should, you know, be in exchange for a clean house and food and whatnot. You know, I think that was just like a trade-off. I don't think Channing was really bent on, like, okay, I'm the stud, so, you know, I bring home food and you're the woman, so
you make the food.
Yeah. So I don't think that's Channing's attitude, really. I just think, you know, like, it's just at least, you know, like a trade-off.
How do you feel like your character is relating to, you know, the fact that she's supposed to be cooking and cleaning and everything? Like, what's actually going on with her, to you?
I just think that she's just not used to that. I mean, she worked, and I think she's just not used to it. So having someone take care of her and having to be responsible for, you know, I mean, she has kids, but clearly, you know, they just run wild. So just the fact that, you know, having someone take care of her and, you know, her having to take care of the house, I think she just can't, you know, she doesn't know how to deal with it. She got another job. Channing told her to quit. It's Channing's fault.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So maybe Channing needs to take responsibility.
I think so too.
Saying. No, I'm really, really curious to see where things go. And what is your take on the domestic abuse?
Yes,
because she didn't really hit her. Yeah. And then when I was told how black it was gonna be, I was like, she hit her head. She didn't fall on top of a fist. Like, what? And they were like, just imagine that she beat herself up on the way home to make it look worse. So I was like, oh, she crazy for real. Like, she real crazy. Because they were like, we're going to be all the way down here. And I was like, but she hit it. That little tiny scratch. You know what I mean? Like,
that definitely was their line when she was beating herself with the oranges.
She was hitting with the oranges. Yeah. And I just go back to movies. I just kind of draw from what I've seen because, I mean, they're successful. I'm trying to get with you there.
I was about to say, yeah, Lynn Whitfield is a good reference. Yeah. What is you all's previous experience with acting?
Well, I had mostly done like theater, so just on stage, like plays, and right. And I've taken acting classes. Well, this was my first like on camera, so it was different, you know, having to actually like go into the emotion and not be on a stage and, you know, drawing from like the crowd. Because you could be on a stage and it's different than you being on camera and have to go like, you know, go into that character, then cut, and then go back into that character, cut. You're just like, especially like with the opening scene where I was crying, it was just like, because those were like real tears. So it was just like, the director was like, cut, and I'm just like, I cried. I was just like, okay, so it was just getting back, you know, it was very, very different. So
that does sound like quite. I never even thought about that transition.
Yeah,
okay.
It was hard.
And what about you?
I've always done dance. I never did any acting or anything. Just, you know, dancer. So
I've been watching the numbers go up as far as your subscribers, and genuinely in awe, because I was like, this is huge. And as a member of the community, what you're doing really, really important work. I'm sure that you know that and you hear that all the time. But when I watched it with my partner, even in the funny scenes, it's interesting because she started tearing up because she was like, that's us. You know, the L word, groundbreaking because it was the first, you know, series, etc. But for a lot of us, that wasn't really something we could relate to. I noticed that you all say, the studs say to each other, I love you. And there's like hugs and stuff like that. And I was really, right? Do you think that that's more realistic?
I say I love you to my homies all the time. Yeah. You only live once. So. And that's cool that the writers wrote that in there too. But it definitely is, you know, that's how me and my friends are, you know. Yeah, I played football. Played professional women's football. I remember in high school, you know, me asking the coach, can I play in high school? And the first thing he said, you want to have kids? So that was pretty much his way of saying, no, you can't play football. So
that relates. How?
I'm sorry.
How does that relate?
Yeah. So, you know, just men just having like their own spaces, and that's what they think that is just for them, you know. And now we women are crossing over and we're doing these things, and we're doing a good job at it. So, you know, I used to get a lot of negative comments if I go to the store or something like that. It was kind of like a lot like prior when I went to the grocery store.
Right.
And, you know, the negative feedback I get up there. But here, it's like it's a whole different environment. People are more welcoming, and, you know, we got projects like this here. So,
I'm going to be at y'all's party. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out what bustier I'm going to wear. So, can you tell us anything about because I'm saying, you know, y'all want to sell more tickets, and I heard that VIP tickets are almost sold out. Are they sold out yet? Because I don't get paid till Friday. Oh. Can y'all put me on a list or something?
Okay. I know that the studs will definitely be fly. We're being styled by Love, and, you know, Love came out to our house and styled us out of, you know, our closets, and they, you know, took us shopping, and I mean, we're gonna be looking fly, so I could tell you that. You know.
Is that your wardrobe stylist?
Yes, yeah.
Do you have a website that I can post?
I don't have one.
Okay,
but,
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Because definitely trying to spread the love. So that would be good to find you like that. Can we expect to be surprised on Sunday? When you saw where things were going for the final episode of season 1.
Right. Well, because it kind of like, it was like at the beginning of the season, like in the script, it was kind of like, oh, I'm working to tell you love. I love you. Love you too. It was just like, okay, and I was like, okay, this gets happy. And then like going towards the end, like when I got episode 9, I was just like, it almost brought me to tears. I was just like, no. And I was just like, no. But yeah, it was really hard to read that somebody, you know, actually, you know, people are dealing with this in real life. So it's really hard to read that and know that somebody's really dealing with stuff like that. So it was really hard. Really hard.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing the season finale. Although I'm gonna be so depressed. It's like that bittersweet thing, but that's okay because I'm just gonna have to
want a glass of wine because it's gonna be yeah.
So yes, we look forward to it, and thank you so much for coming out.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
They tell a story real and true of all the things we say and do, representing our
Moxie. Hype up your Moxie by subscribing to Legacy TV. See you there. Moxie.